welcome to my first ever hair tutorial on YouTube. If you're from Instagram or TikTok, welcome back. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Nuri. I post natural hair content focused on length retention, including how to do protective styles that will actually protect your hair. I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of DMs requesting a faux lock tutorial after I posted that I do a more length retention friendly version, and so that's what this video is today. Today we're going to be doing a layered faux lock look with human hair ends. I absolutely love how this hair came out. This is definitely the best faux lock tutorial I've done. I've done faux locks in the past, but they did not look this good.
This tutorial was inspired by another creator named Caryn Prince. Her tutorial and her channel will be linked in the description. Check her out.
So in this video, I will show you how I prep my hair, how I install, and then I'm going to give you some tips at the end to maintain the style. If you want to see how I did it, stay tuned. If you like my face, you like hearing me talk, consider subscribing. It's free and it will really help my channel. First, things you will need. I used 3 types of hair for this look. First, I used just regular Kanekalon braiding hair right here, and then also Afro twist hair. The human hair is from Y-Wigs. Outside of hair, other things you're going to need are some small black elastic rubber bands, like these, and finally your favorite nail glue. Alright guys, I was procrastinating a little bit, but I just got out of the shower, so I'm going to show you guys how I prep my hair for the style. And for shower products, the only thing I did was shampoo my hair. I just used Head and Shoulders. We're going to start with this twist here, and I'm going to get it a bit close so you can actually see what I'm doing. As a conditioner, if you follow me on TikTok, you already know what I use, but here is the Shea Moisture Amala Bond Repair Conditioner. So just touch that a little bit. Put it in and work it through my hair. And then always put a lot on the ends. That's the oldest part of your hair and it needs the most moisture to prevent breakage. To seal moisture in, you want to use something hydrophobic so it can't escape, and that's always an oil for me. I like coconut oil. One thing I will say about coconut oil is that you should not put it on your scalp because it will clog the pores on your scalp, so don't do that. And make sure to focus on the end. I want it to be braided at the root, and then I'm just going to twist the rest. Make sure it's flat. I'm just going to use my Murray's, I don't know at this point, beeswax. And I'll just put it on the root. Then I'll just divide the hair into 3 sections and start braiding. I think I'll braid for 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then this middle section, I'll just split into 2 and rope twist the rest of the way down. And this is because I don't need to braid the whole way down. I feel like braiding at the root is good because it keeps it flat, but braids they take so much longer to take down than twists. Alright, I just finished the first row. Let's see how it looks. All I'm gonna say is just trust the process. Don't worry about how it looks right now, just wait, Okay, I'm gonna do the rest and then I'll check in. I finished my hair at like 10:30, 11 last night and I was so tired, so I just went to bed. But let me show you what my parts look like. My vision for this style is like Zoe Kravitz locks in high fidelity. I love those locks, but with a lot more human hair at the bottom. And I want to do layers, especially in the front. I want like face framing layers. So ideally I'd want the lock to be about this long and then the rest just be human hair. Obviously my hair is much longer than that, so I'm going to use a method to shorten my hair, but the amount that I shorten will be different for each layer of my hair. Hey guys, I just finished my first row, so I'm gonna show you guys how I do one in the back row, and I'll use this length for probably the first 3 rows. The first thing I do is just take some of my Murray's beeswax that I used before and retwist my hair so it's really, really tight and compact. Next, I'm gonna apply some more to the end. And then this is how I shorten my hair, okay? I'm gonna put my finger where I want the length to be. So I'm gonna put it right here. And then I'm going to take my hair and just wrap it around the twist. And you're gonna go all the way up, and you want it to be really tight so it doesn't unravel. And it also doesn't add to the bulk of your look. When you get to the end, just add some more beeswax and make sure it's really compact. And now you have a shorter twist. Next, I'm gonna take some of the regular braiding hair and I'm gonna attach it and feed it in like you're just doing a regular braid. I do this pretty loosely just because I don't want the bantu knot, or whatever you wanna call it, to unravel. So it doesn't have to be super tight. When I get to the end, I'm just gonna split it into thirds and then braid this down a few inches. And you wanna make sure that there's a good gap in between the end of your hair so that it's easy to take down. I'm gonna cut a little bit off. Now I'm going to take some of the human hair and I wanna like match the thickness of my twist. First, I'm going to put the top of the track upside down against the part of the Kanekalon hair that I left unbraided, like that. And then I'm gonna tie it a few times with the rubber band. I'm gonna put this in my mouth so it doesn't get tangled. After that, I'm gonna fold it back down so it's next to the actual track. So I'm gonna put it together and then tie the rubber band around that a few times as well. Just so it's really, really secure. And make sure you're moving down the hair so that it's not just being attached at the top. It's like all the way down the bundle. This will make it more secure. Now I'm gonna find the Kanekalon hair, this part, and cut it pretty short. Yeah, and this is like very secure. Now I'm gonna take some of the Afro twist hair and we're gonna start to wrap this up. Take a little bit of it, like maybe an inch or so, and put it on your hair. And then we're gonna wrap around. People say to do 5 times, but I feel like that's a bit too tight. So I just do 3 times. 3 times at the root. And then you're gonna start wrapping down. When I get to the bantu knot, I like to fold it up like that. So from here, and then I just fold it up and then wrap around that. Just so there's like a really clear space in between my hair and then the bundle. When you start wrapping around the bantu, you want to do like a bit tighter than yours so that it's really flat. So you can see I'm like compressing it. And it's okay if it's a bit messy. I think faux locks are a very forgiving style. And then once you have like a little piece left, so just like this much, I'm gonna add a little bit of nail glue, just a tiny dot. And then you're gonna wrap that last tiny piece around it and like hold it for a second there and then keep wrapping until you have no more hair. And then the last part is just to like roll it between your palms like that so that it like, I don't really know what this does, but it kind of evens it out a bit. There we go, this is the finished look. I'm gonna do probably 2 rows and then I'll show you guys how it's looking. Hey guys, it's currently 7:05 p.m. So I've been doing this for a while and I've only done 3 rows. I'm really hoping that I can finish today, but if not, it's okay. I'll show you how it looks. So now I'm gonna start doing my 4th row and I'm gonna do it like a bit shorter. And I'll show you guys kind of what I mean. So same process with the beeswax. Just take that down and put some more on the ends to get it really tight. And then I'm gonna like end the loop pretty high up, like right here. You don't want to wrap all the way to the root because you don't want your hair to get tangled with like the hair that's wrapping when you're taking it down. I'll leave like a bit of space right here, and then I'm just gonna start wrapping down again. Okay, so that's like how short I'm thinking. You don't want to add too much of this because you don't want to add to the overall weight on each section. So yeah, so let's attach this very quickly, loosely, messy. We don't want to go too far because this is the other layer and the hair starts here, but I probably attached it like up here. We're gonna do a good amount because we like the full look. That looks good. Okay, so now I've got my rubber band, got my bundle. This one is here, so I'm gonna put it pretty close. Have those go down. But now you guys can see that this hair starts higher up than this hair. This one is down here. And when I wrap it, it'll look like layers. You guys could see the floor of my bathroom right now. Just like that. You can see it's like a bit shorter than that. So that's how I do my layers. My plan is to do shorter. This is shortest. I want to be like right here because I'm just gonna continue getting progressively less lock, more human hair as I go up. So I think I will come back to you when I'm on this last row. I'm almost done with my faux locks. I thought I would just give you guys a look. I think the layers came out so well. I basically freestyled them. So I have one left. Oh, I forgot to say, it's day 3. So this is my 3rd day doing this. And we're almost done. So I'm just gonna show you guys how short I do my front piece. I've been going like super short for these. I think the only issue with doing layers like this is that the longer your hair is, the bulkier the locks will be, no matter how small the parts are. Like some of my locks are humongous. I'm just gonna take the braiding hair again, braid that on. I'm gonna take my deep wave hair, put it upside down, and then see how short I want this. Got my rubber band. And then position it both downward and tie it around. I'm gonna add another rubber band just because I don't think this is very secure right now. Tug test. Looks good. Last step. And we're done, yay! But before I wrap up this video, I just want to give you guys some tips because I think that faux locks, especially the way this method, are not exactly a beginner style and it takes a lot of trial and error. This is probably my 6th time doing faux locks with hair at the ends, and let's just say my first attempts looked... They were first attempts. Don't give up. If they don't come out perfect the first time, don't worry, you can always get better. The first tip I want to mention is when you're attaching with the rubber band, I would say when you're folding the hair vertically and attaching it, use one rubber band, and then when you fold it down to get it to attach both ends to the Kanekalon strand, use another rubber band. And don't tie either of them too tight. I've had rubber bands snap on me, and then obviously the hair comes out and I have to reinstall it. So to avoid that, make sure that the rubber bands are not too tight and double band them. My second tip is to avoid getting this hair wet, avoid getting the lock part wet. I did have to get the hair wet, unfortunately, because when I dyed the hair, I had to rinse it out and some of it got wet, and this kind of like messed up some of my wrapping and also lifted a bit of the nail glue, so I had to redo some as well. So just avoid getting that hair wet. This style is not the most secure. Like, I've installed my hair previously this way and I didn't have any locks falling out or anything like that. But I also made sure my hair was never caught on my bag, a zipper or anything, or getting my hair pulled. And I would wear a bandana for like 2 days straight because it'll help train the locks to stay flat to your head. Some of these are pretty big, and if they're not like flat, it kind of looks strange. It's not the end of the world, but that's just my advice. So I put a bandana on. I also sleep that way, so that also helps. And then I add a bonnet. I think those are all my tips. Whenever I do hair tutorials, you guys saw my Marley Twist stuff on TikTok. I do install video, maintenance video, and then take down. This will be the same, but I'll just do it on YouTube. If you want to see how I refresh the style and keep it looking amazing, subscribe definitely. Then if you want to learn how I take it down without cutting my hair, ripping my follicles out, subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, please consider subscribing. It'll help my channel a lot. Also follow me on TikTok and Instagram, which will be in my bio. Leave any questions in the comments below. If you have any suggestions of what you want to see from me on this channel, let me know as well. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Okay, bye!